In the 1980s, a group of parents got together to form a support group for the integration of children into non-government schools. It was known as SINS.
Celebrating 20 years of Harrietville Family Weekend Camps, 1991 to 2010, on the 20th of November 2010. The tree is a dogwood, and it's deciduous, so it's got its highs and lows and rest periods, just like families, just like family weekends, just like camps, just like 20 years of looking after each other in this beautiful place.
It was a lobby group to try and get children into regular schools and try and give better facilities and resources for those children.
I've been coming for about 6 or 7 years, and mainly with the younger kids, but it's around, I suppose, coming together and having a bit of fun. And you got kids who, probably don't feel as though they really belong in their normal school environment. So to come to a place like Harrietville where you can just have an absolute lot of fun, joining some activities, and as a volunteer to come along and get involved, it is really an absolute amazing experience.
Everything was so well organised. It was just fun all the time.
And I remember being altar boy for one of the masses.
A session we did, maybe the second year, on people with disabilities and the sacraments, and the whole session progressed into a huge grieving session, and out of all the people in the room there was barely a dry eye at the end of it, but I think it helped a lot of us move on and accept things that we hadn't really considered.
From these early discussions, it was felt that we could do something about supporting these children into our schools in greater need, and also to set up some holiday camps where parents, in fact whole families, could get together.
The number of friendships that we've made from this weekend has been magnificent.
We used to then come down to Harrietville weekends, even from Sydney, and I think a lot of that is attributed to the people that we've met and grown accustomed to over the years that are now really good friends.
The initial camps were supported by teenagers who worked in our secondary schools.
Penguin salute!
People think that the kids are the ones getting everything out of this camp, but actually from a volunteer's perspective, when the parents actually come up to you and say thank you so much for what you've done, we actually are the ones that gain a lot as well.
Also teachers from diocesan schools, and the program was driven and staffed and funded by the Catholic Education Office for those first 10 or 12 years.
Never before have I come across this concept. It's a community that has grown up from the dream of one or two people, Joy Reedy and Adrian Sexton.
Joy is actually teaching us the Christ message. You actually call us and show us who we need to be and how we need to be. God bless you.
It had a key area in forming better, improved relationships and friendships among young people, and also and mainly with the parents who felt very isolated and were able to get together and form lifelong relationships and set up networks for support.
The children were taken care of when we were in learning sessions, and it was just great to be with other people in the same boat as yourself.
It helped us a lot in the early stages with school, the struggles that we had early on.
I remember that I would be filled with so much excitement when the letters would come regarding the Harrietville camp.
If you can't catch a shroud at that shroud pump, take that rod and he catches them in his pockets.
We feel safe in this environment, and I think that's very important too.
We do.
It's really fun and everything.
Roasting marshmallows and all that was just really yummy when you know how to roast them properly.
This commitment to students with a disability is extraordinary.
And it just amazes me that these people would be so selfless and interested just to pitch in and help out just because they can.
Really appreciative as a family that we could partake in all the events that happened here in the first place.
They've put the dream into action, and that's pretty amazing, I reckon.